ufunde uyafunda ke uBrigadier Kininda.
My Lord, it reads as follows. I, the undersigned Bongani Nicholas Kininda, state under oath as follows in English. I am employed as a police officer in terms of Section 30 of the South African Police Service Act 68 of 1995. I perform my duties under the same act. I am currently stationed at the National Commissioner's Office as the commander of the Cold Case Investigation Unit of the National Commissioner with the rank of a colonel. I've mentioned the service number, my Lord, and the telephone number, which I would like to skip. Paragraph 2, I am the lead investigating officer of Phosphorus Case 636 of 10/2014, which is a case of murder where one Senzo Meyiwa was shot and killed on the 26th of October 2014 between 2030 and 2100 hours. This deceased was shot at a house belonging to then his girlfriend, namely Kelly Khumalo. It initially appeared that it was a robbery gone wrong. Witness statement under oath indicated that two black males entered the house demanding cell phones and money, purporting to be a house robbery. 7 adults and 1 child were present in the house when the accused entered. The witness stated that one of the suspects was carrying a firearm purporting to be a revolver. The accused was described as a black male with big eyes, dreadlocks, wearing a khaki or brown jacket or top and a hat. He was shorter in height than the second suspect. The second suspect was described as tall, slender, neatly shaven, and dark in complexion. It is stated under oath that during the robbery in the said house, a struggle ensued between Senzo Meyiwa, the deceased, and the suspect carrying the firearm. 2 shots were fired by the suspect. One of the gunshots hit the deceased, Senzo Meyiwa, on close range on his chest and exited at the back of his body. The second suspect, who is now accused 2, focused on the rest of the witnesses in the process. 1 cellular phone belonging to Miss Kelly Khumalo was robbed by the suspect during the committal of the offense. It is also stated under oath that suspicious suspects wearing specific clothing, among others a hoodie, were standing hidden away, but only a few meters from the crime scene prior to the incident appearing to be typing on their cell phones. It is stated that the suspects fled on foot and the hat which was worn by the shooter was left on the crime scene. It is equally stated that the suspect hidden away, which is explained to be linked to the offense, was seen running away from the crime scene. Identikit was compiled through witnesses of this suspect. The victim was rushed to the hospital by the witnesses who were in the house. However, he was declared dead on arrival at the hospital. The incident took place between 2030 and 2100 hours. The deceased was declared dead on arrival at the hospital at 21:15. Investigation further revealed, paragraph 3, my Lord. Investigation revealed that the cell phone which was robbed was picked up through cell phone towers until the signal was lost, covering the area of Phosphorus Hostel. The said cell phone was never recovered to date or ever switched on again. The evidence explained herein under oath indicates that the planning of the offense and gathering after the incident took place at Phosphorus Hostel. Investigation which resulted in evidence under oath revealed that the victim was murdered as a contractual assassination or hit rather than a robbery gone wrong. Evidence under oath revealed that 5 suspects actively participated in the planning and execution of the contractual murder of Senzo Meyiwa. The suspects are as follows. 3.1 Musika Ukhulelwa's Tembas Biya. He was first linked to this offense by means of witnesses' statements under oath. The accused boasted to individuals closely associated with him in KZN Homeland as to his involvement together with Mafiga, herein under suspect 2, Carlos herein under suspect 3, Mapisa herein under suspect 4, and Nkani herein under suspect 5, into the killing of the deceased. A dispute ensued between these individuals, and the closely associated individuals disclosed to the SAPS the admissions this accused made to them. The accused was further linked with circumstantial evidence wherein he, minutes after the incident, made disclosures and remarks at a family gathering he attended in Phosphorus as to the killing of Senzo, even before the death was reported in the media. He is further linked by means of a formal confession he made to the commissioned independent officer on the 30th of May 2020. In this confession, he clearly implicates Ms. Kelly Khumalo as the person who gave them the instruction to kill Senzo Meyiwa. The suspect further made a formal pointing out the scene collection prior to the incident, the gathering of the outside of the house during the assassination, and the dropping off of the accused at the cell phone tower referred to herein above. The pointing out by this accused identified the exact scene, place, however, the scene, place, house where the deceased was shot. The accused identified the place, position he held when this offense was committed. In place in terms of his pointing out is accurate and meshes out the crime scene. The pointing out was made to another commissioned officer on the 6th of June 2020. Here, my lord, is the mistake. It should be the 5th of June, because that's when the pointing out was made.
Okay.
The accused was further linked by a witch doctor he attended prior and after the killing of Senzo Meyiwa. The said witch doctor's premises were identified by this accused. After the said doctor was found, the said doctor was taken to our offices for interview. It was during this movement in the office that the witch doctor came across this accused. The said doctor recognized accused in my presence and said he recalled also that he once came with Mapisa from Phosphorus to him, but this accused denied the involvement of Mapisa and insisted to the witch doctor that he came only with the Butelezi brothers. At this stage of the investigation, the presence of Mapisa is one of the suspect. The name of Mapisa is one of the suspects that was known to me, but it later became evident that this accused was hiding the presence of Mapisa to the police. The accused was initially confronted with the identikit of the suspect with the dreadlock as the person resembles his looks. The accused was formally warned according to his constitutional rights prior to the questioning. It was under these circumstances that he decided to make a confession, but clearly stating that he was not the shooter and that he was standing outside. He further indicated that Senzo was shot on the chest. He was confronted with this knowledge and how he know the exact spot of the wound if he did not do it or was not in the house. He then implicated one Marco Butelezi as the shooter and the person who told him. He further said he was willing to make a confession and pointing out at the crime scene freely and voluntarily without any undue influence. 3.2 Bongani Sandisontanzi. He is linked to this offense by means of certified sworn statement he made to the witnesses and an identity kit complied through the description to the witnesses. He was identified as the person with the hoodie who initially stood outside of the house prior to the incident and running away after the incident. The involvement of this suspect was mentioned by suspect 1 herein above as equally involved in the killing of the deceased to the family of suspect 1. The suspect was traced through information received and was confronted with the evidence available against him. He was amongst others confronted with the clothes he was alleged to have worn and the compiled identity kits. During the questioning and subsequent search of the premises where ammunition found for which no license was produced. The suspect was arrested for this offense. The accused was warned according to his constitutional rights and then interviewed about the suspicion that creates the belief that he was involved in the death of Senzo Meyiwa. The accused immediately said that he remembers that that the incident took place on the 26th of October 2014, and that on that specific day he was at work in Rustenburg. I requested the accused to identify the said place of work, which he voluntarily identified. Upon proceeding and arriving at the premises of his previous employer, it was discovered through evidence obtained under oath that this accused lied about his whereabouts. In fact, he was on absent without leave from the 25th of October 2014 to the 3rd of November 2014. Hereafter, the suspect indicated his eagerness to confess as to his involvement in the matter. The suspect made a commission to a commissioned officer on the 19th of June 2020 and later made a further confession in the presence of his attorney to a magistrate in Boksburg Magistrate Court on the 24th of June 2020. Through the confession, does it appear that this suspect is the suspect that was described as tall, slender built, which came into the house. He also implicates Ms. Kelly Khumalo as the person who gave the order to kill Senzo Meyiwa. 3.3. Mtobisi Prince Mngube, nicknamed Carlos. He is linked by means of sworn certified statement in the docket referred to herein above. The involvement of this accused was equally explained in detail in the confession by suspect 2 above. Through investigation of this information contained in the confession, further evidence under oath was obtained as to the suspect's real name depicted above. It was established that the suspect was a sentenced prisoner serving 35 years in prison for the murder committed in 2015. Ballistic tests reveal that the same firearm used in the murder for which the accused was serving his sentence was used in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa. Upon the accused's arrest for the 2015 convicted murder, a cell phone was seized in his possession. The cell phone downloads of this cell phone were done. Photos found on his cell phone memory showed him wearing the same clothing that were identified by witnesses on the day of the incident as the accused carrying the revolver entering the house. Photos downloaded taken of the accused by him, selfies, during the day of the 26th October 2014 matched the description of the suspect who had the firearm with red locks, big eyes and with gold teeth. This is the suspect that went into the house, made a demand for cell phone and money. He is also the same suspect that shot the deceased in this matter during the struggle with him. Evidence confirms that he is Zulu speaking. In fact, all accused in this matter are Zulu speaking and knows each other. Photos were equally found of the murder weapon used in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa. A photo containing the exact bag of money similar to the one found in Ms. Kelly Khumalo was found. There is also another selfie that was taken by the cell phone of this accused, which shows him having a gold teeth. The gold tooth was one of the things that was noted by the witnesses. It is imperative to mention that this accused currently does not have the gold tooth as well as the dreadlocks, but evidence shows that he had both in 2014, October 26. Mthokoziseni Zipozonke Mapisa, also known as Mapisa. This suspect, this is 3.4 my lord, this suspect is linked to this offense by means of certified sworn statements and referred to herein above. He is further linked by means of a confession he made to a private person, a close friend, about his involvement in this matter. The confession came about in that this suspect requested this private person to establish the reason why suspect Mafika was arrested. The information disclosed was that the suspect Mafika was not only arrested for ammunition but also for the Meyiwa murder. Upon the private person return disclosing this information to suspect Mapisa, did Mapisa instruct the private person to return to and inform suspect Mafika not to disclose his (Mapisa) involvement, as he, Mafika, will be assassinated. It was during this discussion that the suspect, Mapisa, confessed to the private person his involvement in the matter. Investigation revealed that the role of this suspect was to guard any unexpected people who may come in or outside their house. He was also armed with a small firearm, 3.5 Sifokuhle Nkani Ntuli, also known as Nkani. The suspect is linked by means of a sworn statement by witnesses referred to above. He is linked to a car that was used as a getaway vehicle, which is a silver VW Polo with registration CT49YZGP before, during and after the murder of the deceased. Evidence also reveals that he drove the car with the suspect to the crime scene and back to Phosphorus Hostel after the incident. The accused is linked by cell phone analyst by means of a cell phone links to Ms. Kelly Khumalo. His role was to remain and guard the getaway car during the commission of the offense. The confession of Mafika, insofar as the usage of the vehicle refers to, is supported by independent witnesses confirming that this accused was seen driving the vehicle prior to and after the committal of the offense in the company of the referred suspect above. The above suspects are also known as hitmen for taxi wars. The said suspects were traced and found on different locations and occasions where they were warned according to their constitutional rights in terms of Section 35/108 of 1996 by me and questioned for this incident. Some of the suspects made confession to independent commissioned officers as well as magistrate as indicated above. Others made confession as they were showing off to private persons who were well known to them after the incident, but on different occasions as well. Evidence on the cell phone analyst links him to Kelly Khumalo. 3.6, Nonhlanhla Kelly Khumalo. 4 cell phone numbers that she did not disclose to the police when this incident took place. These numbers were discovered by the XDS system used by the cell phone analyst and subsequently linked to her activities. The numbers are as follows: 079-494-4358, 073-451-5017, 073-886730, 061-456-2108. Investigation further revealed that she is linked to the actual perpetrators of this murder by means of cell phone linkages. These linkages connect her to accused 3 and 5. It was further discovered that through cell phone analysis, her cell phone memory album has the same photo of a see-through bag containing cash, notes, and in the exact position or location or spot of that of accused number 3. There is no reasonable explanation as to why Kelly Khumalo will be in contact telephonically with the headman or killers of a boyfriend and share the same picture of a bag full of money. Communication records between her and her sister shows that as early as 2013, she wanted to get rid of the deceased, as she puts it. It is apparently clear that she hated him and wanted to get rid of him. She further states that she regrets not succeeding to get rid of him before. Taking into account all these facts, an inference can be drawn that she meant killing him. Cell phone record shows that after the incident took place, she phoned a number of people from 082-703-4358 number, but no call was made to emergency services. She also subsequently went to the witch doctor for cleansing, as was also done by the other accused in this matter. The statement of Mr. Mkhize, who is an expert in this matter, clearly indicates that this is not normally or how it should be done, especially if one is innocent. Evidence by means of a sworn collaborating and independent witness's statement establish a causal link between the offenders and the offenses of murder, robbery and aggravating circumstances, possession of unlicensed firearm and unlawful possession of ammunition, and conspiracy to commit murder. Ms. Kelly Khumalo seems to be the trigger point of this murder. Then paragraph 5, my lord, which is the last one, is basically the oath, and I signed. It was commissioned on 2020 November the 20th.
Yeah, just one query before Mr. Gomezulu starts. You read, you say there's a casual relationship. It's causal.
Causal relation. Thank you, my lord.
Because I understand a bit of English.
Thank you, my lord. Causal relationship.
Right.
Yes, sir. Sorry, my lord. There's one last page at the back which I didn't go to. It's basically a J50 application warrant which was not signed for Ms. Kelly Khumalo. So because it forms
it is in the.
It's part of the statement.
Yeah, it's part of it. Okay, fine, I hear you. But I say it's in the link of exhibits.
Yes, my lord. I suppose. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yes, yes. Oh yeah, by the way, you've got to interpret.
As the court pleases. Lesi statement siyafana cishe naleziyana esifundwe ngomsombuluko. Lesi sihluka njengokuthi sifaka igama ukuthi umangalelo wokuqala uye washo ke ukuthi ubani umuntu obekade ethe bayobulala umnumzana uSenzo Meyiwa. La ukuthi umangalelo wokuqala uchaze ukuthi bekade bethunyelwe uKelly Khumalo eyikuthi uye obekade ebatshele ukuthi babulale uSenzo Meyiwa. Nomangalelo wesibini naye uma eqhubeka ngemva kokuthi sekaphunyuluka kulaye ukuthi uye wachaza naye ukuthi uKelly Khumalo uyena obekade ebatshele ukuthi bayobulala umnumzana uSenzo Meyiwa. Bese ke umangalelo wesithathu naye uyabandakanyeka kulo lelicala leli la ukuthi yena umangalelo wesithathu uCarlos kuthiwa ubekade naye ekhulume nabanye abantu abathize labo bantu nabo bayenze istatement bafunga phambi kwamaphoyisa ukuthi lezi zinto abazishoyo kuyiqiniso futhi kuthiwa uCarlos kahle nani nonke nikhuluma isiZulu futhi kuye kwashiwo ukuthi efonini kaCarlos yokwatholakala isithombe ebesikade sibonisa isikhwama esithize ebesibonakala sinemali ngaphakathi. Leso sithombe satholakala efonini yakhe uCarlos eyikuthi ithe isikhathi masiqhubeka kuye kwatholakala nokuthi futhi efonini yakhe uKelly Khumalo wakade kunaso leso sithombe esifana ncamashi nalesiyana esikuyifoni yakaCarlos. Futhi ke umangalelwa wesine ke yena utholakele ngokuthi naye bekade ekhulume nomuntu othize. Lo muntu wagcina sekambuza ukuthi manje akungichazisele kufike kanjani ukuthi umafika agcine seyikuthi uyaboshwa. Umaphisa wamthumela ke bathi awuke uye uyohlola ubuze imibuzo ethize. Ithe makabuya lo muntu lo ongakhulunywanga igama lakhe wathi yena ukhulumile nomafika umafika umtshele ukuthi uboshwe leli yaqala futhi umaphisa wathumela lo yamuntu wathi hamba uyomtshela umaphisa ukuthi angakhulumi ukuthi kwenzakeleni kuthunyelwe ubani angalinge nje akhulume ngoba uzogcina naye sekabulawa. Umangalelwa wesine umangalelwa wesihlanu yena bandakanyiswa ngokuthi uyena obekade eshayela imoto ebekade kuyinhlobo ye-VW Polo number plate yakhona CT79YZGP wabonwa ayishayela ngaphambi kokuthi kwenzakale lesi sigameko nangemva kokuthi isigameko senzeke uye wabonwa ekade eshayela leyo moto futhi naye uye wacebisa ukuthi umafika angakhulumi ukuthi kwenzakeleni ngalesikhathi kuze bekubulawa umnumzana uSenzo Meyiwa. Kuthiwa ke abamangalelwa bonke bona baziwa ngeinkabi ebezikade zinokubulala abantu uma kunezimpi zamathekisi. Kwacebiswa futhi umafika ukuthi angalinge akhulume ecetshiswana futhi umangalelwa wesihlanu ukuthi angalinge akhulume ukuthi kwenzakeleni ngoba naye angagcina seyikuthi uyabulawa. Bufakazi bubonakalisile futhi ukuthi uKelly Khumalo naye uyabandakanyiseka kuleli cala. Manje ke uKelly Khumalo yena kunamanombolo athize ayikuthi uye waxhumana nawo enyangeni bayozigeza ngaphambi nangemva kokuthi kubulawe umnumzana uSenzo Meyiwa. bufakazi buyabonakalisa kwi-statement ukuthi umuntu uye waya emaphoyiseni yena wafunga ukuthi bekade kunecala lokubulala futhi necala lokubamba inkunzi kuhlonyiwe nokuthi bekade kunecala lekubanjwa isibhamu ngendlela engekho emthethweni nezinhlamvu bezikade zingekho emthethweni ukuthi kuyobulawa umuntu. Kelly Khumalo kubonakala ingathi uyena umuntu oyikuthi uye wathumela lezi inkabi ukuthi ziye ziyokwenza lelicala. Brigadier ufungile naye ukuthi zonke lezi zinto ezibhalwe kulesi statement iqiniso futhi uthi nasi esinye kodwa lesi asizange sisayinwe bekade kuyincwadi ebekade ecela ukugunyazwa kokuboshwa kukaKelly Khumalo as the court is thank you.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Gomezulu?
My Lord, as the court please, may I request the statement to be handed in, my Lord?